How you doing, everybody? So this will be the very first video for the Renegade Rooster channel. I've debated for a while about starting up a channel, making a few videos of things, but most of what I wanted to find or wanted to know I could already find on YouTube, so I've held off. But I thought if there's anything worth making a video about, it's what we have here today, which is the LWRC Rapid Engagement Precision Rifle, R.E.P.R. We're going to be looking at the 20-inch model with the spiral fluted barrel. Just doing an unboxing today, mostly because there was actually a little bit of confusion about exactly what you get when you purchase one of these. So I wanted to clear all that up, and I couldn't find it somewhere on YouTube. I'm not saying it's not there. I'm saying I couldn't find it. So we're going to flip this camera around here in just a second. You can stop looking at me and start looking at a really nice piece of hardware, and we'll see exactly what comes in it. Alright, so got the camera flipped around now, and we're going to open this up. I did already break the seal there at the store just to check it out before I left, but I have not done anything else inside the box. So bear with me, I am doing this one-handed off of my phone, but we'll get it done. So we'll open her up. See, we see it comes with one Magpul P-Mag 20 round. That was one of the points of confusion. I had seen elsewhere that it came with two, but it does come with one. We have here, so we got the user manual. They give you a little sample of some Slip 2000, the EWL Extreme Weapons Lubricant. Looks like our key there. Alright. Over here, got a little bit of hardware. So they give you two 3-hole rail sections and one rail sling mount for the QD quick detach mount. And you got your Allen key and your screws to put it all on. So you can kind of see in there. Maybe we'll get those opened up in a minute, we'll see. We do have one other piece of, so let's see, LWRC International. This looks like a big piece of advertising. Oh, okay. So we've got a little bit of information about the weapon. Flip through all that stuff. And then we have the weapon itself. And bear with me as I set this phone out. I'm going to get her out of that wrapper there, and then we'll go over the weapon together. Alright, everybody, so I got the rifle out of its protective sleeve there. I got it here. Just going to go over it a little bit, talk to you a little bit about exactly what's on the weapon. So with the 20-inch spiral fluted barrel, I think you can get even a 20-inch without it, but I wanted it. It gives you a little bit of heat dispersion when you're firing at a little higher rate, as well as a slight weight reduction. The 20-inch model is coming in at a little over 11 pounds, so I guess any weight reduction will help. The barrel is coated or plated inside and out with a Nicor finish. That's a nickel chrome. That's just LWRC telling you that this alloy is going to function for you better than either would alone, so I'll let you be the judge of that. We'll move on back to the gas port selector switch. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about this. This is, I'll show you what's on there first. You can't see on the top of this, there's an N for normal, and then if you rotate this around, and if you can see that there's an S for suppressed. So that's adjusting the amount of gas that gets through the gas port to actuate the gas piston and cycle the bolt for you. Normal is pretty obvious, and then suppressed, it's going to restrict it a little bit, because firing suppressed, if you got a can on the end of it, you're going to be a little bit more back pressure. You're going to have some more gas that's held back, so they want to make sure you don't have too much and that it will cycle for you as it should. Now, the old R.E.P.Rs came with 4-position selector switch, and you had normal and suppressed, and then you had adverse and closed. And the adverse setting was for, I guess, if you had not had the chance to clean the weapon in like forever, or maybe you drug it through the mud, or who knows, that would open it up and allow the most amount of gases through to make sure that it would cycle for you. And then the closed section, which I was looking forward to, would close it off. And personally, I don't know if it will, but I was thinking that perhaps if you take a semi-auto weapon and you close off the gas system, that it might operate a little closer to a bolt action, which will be a little more precise for you over long ranges and things without having that bolt carrier cycling as you fire. So I was looking forward to that closed setting. It's not there. I called LWRC actually in between this video switch when I first, as soon as I pulled it out, I saw that, and I called them and asked them about it, and they said, well, that it is only offered, newer models are only offered with the two selections, that not a lot of people were using the closed or adverse selections, so they decided to eliminate it, as well as that you could get a lot of carbon buildup if you fired them in some of those settings a lot. So they decided to eliminate it. Of course, there are 4 positions out there. If you can find one at a dealer new, or you may want to go used, if any of that matters to you. It might not, but I just want you to know exactly what you're going to get if you order a new Reaper today. I was a little surprised by it, but overall I guess it's not the biggest thing, just a little something to let you know. So moving on, we'll go to the collapsible locking iron sights. One up here and your rear sight aperture. They're all metal construction. They seem pretty sturdy. You got on the left side, there's a button there. Push that in and it locks back down. I do like seeing that they're all metal with a nice sturdy construction on them. We'll move on back to, you got a Magpul grip, rubberized. It's got a little bit of texture on the inside as well as on the back side there. It feels pretty good in the hand. Feels like it would be comfortable over long periods. You got a little storage compartment there if you want to put some cleaning tools or whatever in there. And then we'll move up to the selector switch. I'm going to see if I can get this here for you where you can see it. It does show safe, semi, and giggle factor switch right there, but you can't get there. That's LEO and active, or LEO and military. Perhaps if you have your class 3, you could order one. That'll get you to the giggle switch, but since I don't have one, you can't get there. You have the Geisley 2-stage adjustable trigger on the 20-inch model. I know they put some Geisleys on some of their other Reaper models, but the adjustable is only on the 20. So if your skill set's there, that could be something that would definitely give you a little more for your money. So move on, we have the ambidextrous bolt catch and release. You got one there on the right side, and you have one here on the left side. So pull the charging handle back, and we want to lock it to the rear. Slide that back up. I like the ambidextrous. I mean, I guess it's nice. I'm a right-handed firer, so it's not a big deal to me, but I guess, you know, if you're a left-handed firer, it's nice to have the options there. But also, if you're on the rifle and say you finish your magazine, you don't want to break your cheek weld like that. Now, I can get back to the release there fairly easily, but I got kind of long fingers. Maybe you don't. Maybe your hands aren't quite big enough to get around there that easily. You can stay on the rifle, replace the magazine with your left hand, and then actuate it here from the left hand side. So that's always nice to be able to stay on your weapon, not have to get off of it. Being that I just cycled that, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can feel the brake on this this trigger. And there's the brake there, and that's nice. I like that. It's smooth, very smooth action. If I remember the stats right, that is approximately 4 pounds in the first stage and 1 pound on the second stage. Of course, it is adjustable, but that 1 pound is already pretty light, so be careful if you're going to get it adjusted. Left side charging handle, non-reciprocating charging handle. I know this weapon is often compared to the SCAR 17. Toss up for which rifle's better, and people argue about it all day long. Personally, I liked that this charging handle was not reciprocating. whereas on the SCAR 17 it is. Not saying that it's necessarily a better weapon or whatever. They're pretty much on par from everything I've seen, but for me that was a bonus feature. There is a forward assist built into this, so if you push this in, you can hear that there. There's a forward assist built into the charging handle. So we'll go ahead and move on. I want to open this up for you and show you the bolt carrier group. So it's coated in NIBOR, nickel boron alloy, and again, that's LWRC telling you that it's going to function a little better for you. It's going to hold up better than either would alone. But the real reason I wanted to pull it out is to show you that the bolt, all associated moving parts, as well as the bolt carrier, are all coated in that NIBOR plating. If I remember right, and if I'm wrong, my SCAR buddy will let me know, but if I remember right, on the SCAR and some other weapons, only the bolt is coated or plated. So just wanted to show you that the entire carrier group is coated on the R.E.P.R. So then we'll go ahead and move on to the rear, where we have our PRS stock by Magpul. It's got your two adjustments here for your the height of your cheek weld and the length of your pull. I like that feature, especially taller, a little longer arms. You can make all the adjustments you need to get it right in that sweet spot for you. Here we have the rifle sling mount. It's currently on the right side of the weapon, but if we turn this over on the left side, you'll see there's two torque screws holding that in, so you can pull those out, flip it around to the other side, screw it back down. You have another one in the rear, and it seems to be the same way. There's two torque screws, just pull those out, flip it around. Everything on the weapon seems to have been designed to be ambidextrous, which I think is nice. You know, I mean, it shows a little more thought, a little more care put into the design of the weapon. I did notice, I saw one online. I'm not positive exactly where it is yet. I gotta go research some more. But they do make these for the sling mount for just like this with two bolt holes, but in the center it has a QD receiver built into it. So I'm gonna be trying to get one of those. If I do, maybe I'll let you guys know where it comes from, who makes it, how much it costs, all of that. But there is a way to get to QD from here without having to get in between your stock and your receivers. There is also, on the bottom of the stock, there is a rail under here if you would like to mount a monopod. So I hope this video has been helpful. I hope it's cleared up a few things maybe. If you decide to buy the LWRC Rapid Engagement Precision Rifle, the R.E.P.R, you know exactly what you're going to get. No surprises, not like that gas port. Shout out to Centurion Squad. Go check him out. He's got some pretty good weapons videos out there. That's my SCAR buddy. So you'll find some SCAR videos there and probably a lot more coming soon from him. Shout out to Grunt Style for the wardrobe. Go check them out. It's a veteran-owned and operated company. So check them out if you like their styles and you want to support the vets. They're definitely worth the money. This is Renegade Rooster, and I will see you guys in the next video.